When I tell you I know that I'm destined for greatness, possessions and notebooks with pages and verses and courses, I follow my inclinations to the ultimate ends. Cause now even she catches fades, coming sharp as a blade on machetes. My art game is cold as the ices and yetis. It's people I know I might. I pray to God if I must sound like anyone, make it a legend from in the beginning. I got a way to go, yeah, I got a way to go.
Happy New Year, it's your boy Fast Life Boss Blacc from the Fast Life Music family. Right here, we in another episode of the New Mexicated Smoke Sessions series. Shout out to the Southwest, shout out to New Mexico. You know we New Mexicated in here. Today we got a special guest, my nigga King. What's good, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Welcome to the show, man. I'm glad to have you, man.
Thank you guys for the platform.
Already. Hey, we're gonna just get right into this shit, man. So much to talk about, so many questions I wanted to ask you, man. That's why I didn't really ask you off cam. But first and foremost, let the fans know at home, you know, a little bit about yourself, where you're from. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody knows where I'm from. The way I see it, like, fuck, you know, you listen to my music, the Ones is like an acronym, TOC. The Ones chose is acronym from my hometown, Truth or Consequences. You know, you heard New Mexico, I'm repping. I'm always repping, you know, so I feel like everybody knows where I'm from, but that's just where I'm born. Cruises, raised in Truth or Consequences. That's the hook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, is your name, your stage name, Akeem, like the Vertex or something like that, or is
no,
it just
no, it's Akeem. Straight up Akeem.
Okay.
Capital A, apostrophe, capital K to the double E, and my being places I say I never go. Yeah, it's Akeem.
Hey, Akeem, man. Before the interview, I had seen a couple videos and actually listened to your album. The Ones. Y'all go get that shit, the Ones. And you have a very, very distinct, unique delivery and flow. Can you describe, you know, like your inspiration to your flow and to your content?
Alright, for the Ones album, I kind of stayed away from listening to a lot of other music, I guess you'd say, because I was so, you know, in depth trying to finish it. Like, that was a more grind album. Other ones were more like, okay, The Pretext, the first album, that was like, you know, the whole life writing. You know, you got your first album was your first book basically, so that one was just like everything, a culmination of everything. And then the Vortex came, and then, you know, I felt like that was a good album. And then, but at the same time, it was at my pace. But then whenever we dropped the Vortex, when the Ones came, I felt like I wanted to crunch and follow up with the Vortex immediately. Because, I mean, if you check Spotify, the Pretext came out 2015, or I think 16 maybe, Vortex 17, and then the Ones 18. So the Ones I was crunching through, but I was really like not listening to anybody else, because I feel like whenever I'm listening to other people, no matter what, naturally you start kind of like, you know, if you're listening enough. And me, when I love artists, or I'm like, you know, I'm jamming a person, I'm listening to them a lot. So naturally, you kind of start seeing it in your writing style. And so I try to make a point to just focus in, hone in on everything, write your tracks, record them, listen to them, revise, all that type of shit, like to make them better. But for real, the inspiration in that was just like, I was inspired to, like, you know, the fact that lots of people try to make music, lots of people, you know, some people don't fuck with it. The fact that people were fucking with the reception we're getting, and that was inspirational to me. And so I was like, make sure that you're not trying to fucking sound like nobody else, and you're focused in, zeroed in, crunching to finish this album and get it back out on the street so that people could bump the new shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You got a unique style. You don't sound like nobody else.
I love that. That's my favorite compliment. I get it all the time, and I love it. Or, you know, whenever they compare me to greats, I love that one too. But I mean, I prefer the "you don't sound like anybody." I love that one.
Man, that's just a very, you know, a compliment to your creativity and your writing style, and just, you know, it says a lot about your thought process as a human. You know, art is an expression, you know, and when you can express yourself in your own way, you know, that's just a beautiful thing. That's a gift, man. So
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure to, you know, be in the presence of someone gifted as yourself. And
Likewise.
I think you should, you know, keep going at that shit, keep doing whatever inspire you, because your music is good. It sounds good. On your song Palo Alto, you was talking about you had a guitar. You used to be a kid with a guitar. So, like, what other music do you fuck with besides hip hop?
It's like, it's weird, I guess, like alternative or, well, fuck with music. It's like pretty much everything. It's like certain genres I don't listen to much of, you know what I mean? Like country, I don't listen to much country, but like you could hear where we're from. We're not far from the, you know, this is the country. TRC is the country, so obviously I have, you know, you're subjected to it, so you're gonna hear it. So I throw country references in, but other than that, pretty much I like heavy Adele, like. You know, I don't listen to Adele a lot, but I can acknowledge that I think she's like a musical superhuman in terms of how talented she is, and like Death Cab for Cutie is one of my favorite. Has always been one of my favorite, and his writing style, Ben Gibbard, he like does shit that, you know, gets me like whoa. And then of course like Kendrick, Cole, Drake, you know, Travis Scott, you know, but Cole is probably my favorite artist.
Okay, J. Cole. Alright, shout out my nigga J. Cole. I like J. Cole. I think he the leader of the new school.
Yeah.
Original, produces his own shit, etc. But we here to talk about you right now, man. And I got a question for you, because I'm from Nevada. I'm not from New Mexico. Through circumstance, I was blessed to be here. So I'm not very familiar. I know where TRC is on the map, but I'm not very familiar with TRC. You're probably the first person I ever known from TRC, besides the wrestler Mankind. That nigga wasn't from there.
Yeah, that's
was he from there?
I mean, I've heard people say that it was like a part of the wrestling.
Yeah.
But I'm not for sure. But I mean, even on my video games used to come out and it said Truth or Consequences, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, you're the only one, man. So.
But I don't know if it was a part of the wrestling facade or if he's actually from there, which that'd be dope if, you know.
Yeah.
That's cool. We embrace him. Like, he's from T-Town.
How is it there? Like, tell me how it was growing up. Are you Hispanic? Like, what's your nationality?
Well, my grandpa is black, and my grandma is German, and she speaks Spanish, German and Spanish. So I mean, don't get me lying. I don't know the exact origins and stuff like that. But my grandpa is basically black, and my grandma looks white, and then my mom is a byproduct of that.
Okay.
And then my pops apparently looks like me. So that's where I came from.
Okay. So how was it growing up?
T-Town growing up, it's like lots of people got negative things to say about it because it's not much to do, but like honestly, you gotta like, that's life. You gotta drive yourself. You gotta be driven like to do something. You know what I mean? So sometimes people will try to like put it down because I mean I heard people say, because it could feel like it's closing in on you and shit like that. It could feel like there ain't nothing to do. Like it could feel like there's absolutely nothing to do. You know, you don't got outlets to like, you know, go out, and it could feel like it's closing in on you. But at the same time, like you could, you know, stay driven. I'd be in my book. You know what I mean? Stay in my book, writing, and I mean, I have a lot of good memories. Play sports and stuff like that. I have a lot of great memories and love for where I'm from. So that's the way I feel about T-Town.
Sir, shout out to T-Town, TRC, Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Is that 505?
No, it's 575.
Shout out to the 575, man. So, during the break, you know, we talked about what you got going on, a little bit of your schedule, you know, what you do and whatnot. And you said you was going to the studio. Are you working on anything? What's going on? What you got?
In terms of like working on a new project, I guess I'm always working on a new project, but like not to where I'm like what happened on this track, like I had a lot of pinned up, and I just had my firstborn baby was born in May 6th, and so I've been being a father, just like enjoying being a father, to just taking a break from, I just put the album out basically like 6 days before she was born, so I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy this being a father. But at the same time, I went like, you know, she's 8 months now, and I went like the 8 months, you know, just enjoying it. And so, you know, through the time, I felt like a lot of fuck shit was going on, and so, like at work, you know what I mean? And so I had to like, I felt like I had to address it, like, and so that's kind of like what woke me up to like, all right, and then, you know, just lots of inspiration, and then I felt like, bro, I'm gonna put this shit on wax and I'm gonna get a new track, like, you know, get some new shit going. And so that's how I ended up started working it. But I already know once I start, I don't stop. So basically, yeah, we about to be in the new, we started the new album right now.
Any features? Anybody you like collab with?
Well, no. On the new thing, I don't have, you know, I don't have nothing in the can. Like, I don't have anything like songs. Hidden. You know, the ones I got, the super talented artists like, you know, Griffin, she's on there. Oh yeah, and Ellen came through for the collab too. She's from Truth and Consequences as well.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, once you hear her, I'm telling you, like, especially this last song, I told her, I like, to be completely respectful, like, not to try to act like I'm more popping or whatever, but I'm like, whenever I heard it, I'm like, this sounds like your coming out party. Like, you just totally dominated the record. So she's an incredibly talented singer, so you guys can check her out. And then I had Ziggy on the album. Shout out to Ziggy.
Ziggy was good.
And I got Cody the Philosopher on the album.
Cody was good, man.
And he's from Truth and Consequences as well. Okay. And then I had, I think that might have been it in terms of, yeah, that was it, I'm pretty sure, because we did a show together. Everybody who's on the Ones album, we did the concert in Truth and Consequences. So yeah, that was it.
Okay. Who are the Ones?
The Ones is it's like hard to go into, but you know, that's what I started it. It was I was basically just thinking how I could turn TOC into an acronym, and I was thinking of the coolest ways to say it. And so the TOC stands for the Ones Chose, but you know what I mean? I just like the Ones better because, and the Ones Chose means like, you know, chosen to do. Spiritually inclined to do what we're doing is what pursuing our goals. You know what I mean? Chasing your dreams, and that's everybody who's chasing. In my eyes, everybody who's after their shit. You know, you're not worried about other people. You're worried about grinding and bettering yourself. Those are the ones to me. And like, I have a song at the end, the very last song. It's called Trinity, and because it's like summing up everything what it means. But it's like the ones in pain, the ones in need, the ones who hurt, the ones who bleed, the ones. You know, but basically it's about the ones, everybody who fall and get up. That's what the Ones is to me, you know. And then it's us, like squad, it's gang, you know what I mean? Palamora, shooters only. That's the Ones, you know what I mean? New Mexico, we the ones, you know what I mean? We the ones chose to do what we gotta do.
Yo, he's looking fly on the cover too, man.
Hell yeah, appreciate it.
You look, hey, Palamora got you looking right in the videos.
That was
too,
Marco.
Man.
Marco.
Yeah, definitely.
Him in the desert taking pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
really
Adrian did the artwork, so I mean,
okay.
I love the cover, I love it.
Yeah,
and I did all the previous covers, so, you know, I'm looking at my other covers, and I like, you know, Palamora's covers, I'm like, damn, they're gonna have to do all the covers from now on, because...
Definitely. Do you produce your own music as far as the beats?
100%, everything you heard from the Pretext to now has been produced by me.
Wow.
Now, like
Wow, so wow.
And the next album, me and Genius are gonna be, Genius, I don't know if you know Genius, but we're gonna be collaborating on an album for this next one. Okay. I'm still gonna be in the can, like, you know, working on my album and producing for that. But I know that the next project that I'm releasing is gonna be Akeem X Gene. You know what I mean? We're gonna be putting out. And it's just like, the reason I want to do that is because obviously Gene's a super talented producer, but at the same time, I kind of want to see what it's like to just get a beat and rap. I haven't done that in a long time. It's a process. Like, the way I build is like, you know, you got a beat, and then you're like, as soon as I start making the beat, I want to start writing to a beat, and then, okay, whenever I'm writing, then the beat would sound better if I take this out here or put this here, and it's like a process. And so I'm like curious to see what the bars are going to be like whenever I don't have so much energy allocated to fucking production and writing. See if the bars improve. I mean, to me it doesn't matter, because as long as I'm being fucking honest and intimate and genuine in my fucking in my music, I don't really care, you know. It's music that I like, so, and it's resonating with people, then that's cool. But it's nice to it's gonna be fun to just see like what it's like, just getting a beat, let's rap, get a beat, let's rap, and see how fucking sharp my blade gets whenever I'm back to just rapping.
Definitely.
But of course, I'm never gonna fucking put down. I'm never gonna stop producing. I'm always gonna keep trying to improve, keep going, because that, to me, that shit is like an intimate thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something to where it makes it more yours. Like, it makes, you know what I mean? Everything comes from right here. In terms of production, like, I don't even take no samples from nothing. Like, I think. Oh, Adrian, I was talking to Adrian from Palamora the other day, and he loves soul over everything, and there's like some voices you hear, and he's not used to it, because I think that's the first time I've ever even used loops that are in the DAW in Logic Pro 10, just, you know, because I don't want to use nobody else's crap, because the way I produce in my mindset is that I produce every song like eventually Dr. Dre's going to hear it. And so what I mean by that is that, bro, I don't want to make a song and then everybody could fucking come and sue me, or everybody could say, hey, you stole my drums on this shit, or you stole my, you know what I mean? I'm trying to keep that mindset to where it keeps me focused, like, you're doing this, you know what I mean? Like, eventually your whole shit's gonna, everybody's gonna hear all this music, so don't be like, I look at it as don't fucking cheapen it or whatever, to where you're like sneaking shit, like putting, you know, putting shit that I can't have, like licensing, you know what I mean, on my music. You don't make it like if only 3 people around the block are gonna hear it, and it sounds dope because, you know, you use other people's shit, but, you know, that's just me, that's the way I look at it. I'm trying to keep that mindset to where eventually the whole shit hears it, and can't nobody come back and say, I'm suing you for, you know what I mean.
All my producers out there that's watching this and on live, and if you're in the music game, that's what we call a gem. Akeem just dropped a gem on you niggas. Everything he said was knowledge, and it's from experience. But that shit right there is knowledge. Own your own shit. Take your time. If you really love your craft, do what the fuck you gotta do. I love rapping over other niggas' beats. I love hearing other niggas rap over other niggas' beats. But at the end of the day, you got what you own, and that's all you got. So, yo, that's very, very good. You know that you have that state of mind. You know that's amazing, and your beats are tight.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you had produced. I don't know if I heard that you was a producer. I might have seen some shit that said produced by you, but I was wondering if you was a producer as well. Yeah. I already knew I was gonna ask you that question. So, as a producer / artist, like, which one did you pick up first? Did you start making beats first? Did you start rapping first? Like,
to be frank, to be honest, bro, all I ever did, you know, I rapped and then I played guitar. And since I knew how to play guitar, I eventually made beats. But the thing is, the thing that pissed me off when I first put out my first mixtape, it's like people were fucking with the Uji Woo, but then people started saying, oh, he's stealing beats. And I'm like, nigga, it's a mixtape. It's called a mixtape. And I was rapping to other people's beats. And so, on God, like, I had no idea how to produce, no production history. I knew how to play guitar, I knew chords, I knew notes and shit like that. So I was like, I'll figure it out. But I just like it, because whenever you're as passionate about your music and then you hear niggas talking shit, you're like, fuck you. I was like, I'll fucking learn to produce. I swear to God, bro, I even say it on a song. I don't know what it is, but I talk about how I wish I wouldn't have deleted the tweet, because it was like a long time ago and it was getting back to me, oh, he's stealing people's beats. I'm like, nigga, it's a fucking mixtape. It's been advertised as a mixtape and never anything different. Every single song, there was like 2 original beats. Everything was, you know, I rapped to TLC Creep, so I creep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I thought it was obvious that it was a mixtape, but honestly, that shit triggered me, and then I set my mind to it, and with no past experience, I'm like, I'm gonna learn how to produce, and I'm gonna fucking show you guys that I could. I'm a musician at heart, so there ain't nothing you could tell me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll figure it out, and then that's what I did, and that's why, you know, you could tell from the pretext to the vortex to the ones that the production quality has improved, because I'm learning on the fly, like, for real, learning as I go, so.
We was talking, man. Can you tell me about Palamora and your relationship that you have with them? I see, you know, they've done some of your videos, some of your artwork, you know, putting together some things for you and whatnot. Can you just discuss, like, your relationship with Palamora Productions? And also tell me who, you know, in the Palamora Productions crew, you know, that you working with.
Alright, so, well, we started working together, and like you heard the true story in Palo Alto. Omizi, you guys know Omizi. Shout out to Omizi, but I seen we had a concert together, and so for some reason, like, we had to be in a Facebook group. You know, whenever you're doing a concert, they're like telling everybody what time to be there, woo-de-woo. And so we were in a Facebook group, and then, you know, I clicked on his page and I seen he was tagged in the video by Isaac. And so I was like, damn, this shit is clean. And so I was like, you know, let me hit up Isaac and see what we gotta do. And so, you know, everything is history from there on out. And my relationship with them, I look at the relationship like the same as my audio relationship. Like Beacon Hills and Palamora, I attribute so much of my progression as an artist to them. You know what I mean? Like working with Orlando from Beacon Hills made me grow as an artist. I know that working with Palamora absolutely made me grow as an artist, because, you know what I mean, it's fucking, we're spreading way faster. You know, you could tell 5 people, but when you got a great brand like Palamora spreading the message, and then we work together, you know, it's like a great relationship. You know, we work together, and it's a beautiful thing. I don't know how to explain it. Like whenever it's not a question. Like I go to work, and then when it comes time to drop, everybody's ready. You know what I mean? Like they're like, okay, we need to go here to get footage. You know what I mean? We need to go here to get a video. We need to go here to get the album covers. You know, Adrian's like, what do you need? What do you want? I mean, he's texting me, and I'm telling him, you know, I'm a producer like 100% of the time in terms of like, you know, being able to tell people what I want. Like, you know, one time I took my homie to get a haircut, and he's like, how do you want it? And he's like, you know, just do whatever. I'm like, nigga, tell him how you want your hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm able to tell people, and then, you know, like Adrian, you know, we're going back and forth working on the cover, and he's like, I'm telling him, do this, do that, do this, and I was like, yeah, that looks good. And he's like, no, I don't want it. I want it perfect, exactly how you want it. So just keep on sending revisions. We'll keep on doing revisions until it's done. And that's like pretty much, you know, you guys see that they don't do anything half-assed either. You know, Palamora don't do anything half-assed. The Ones don't do anything half-assed. Beacon Hills don't do anything half-assed. We give everything we got. You know what I mean? Lay it on the table. That's what we do.
Yes, sir. Palamora the Machine, man. Shout out to Palamora Productions. My boy Marco, my boy Isaac. Hey, just real quick, man. I've seen Palamora grow, you know, throughout the years, a short amount of time, from not having their own production studio to now having their own production studio. Just little things like that. How do you feel about local businesses and their, you know, impact on artists like yourself? Like, how do you feel that you guys fit together?
I just feel like, I don't know, like, just like this interview, vibes are everything, you know what I mean? Like, so, for us to be able to fit together, first of all, you gotta vibe, you know what I mean? We can't, if we ain't vibing, then, you know, you just can't force it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, first
definitely.
of all, you have to get on the same fucking energy wave to begin with.
True.
And then in terms of, like, local, the way they impact me, like I just said, I know that they help my growth as an artist. I know that they help me spread my word, you know what I mean, like that. And so, I love local business, especially if, you know, like, look at me, I am a local business. The Ones, you know, I'm trying to fucking sell sweaters. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely got the utmost respect for New Mexicated and Gato, because you guys are fucking, I mean, first of all, it's repping where we're from, and second of all, you just see the work, and I got respect for work. These niggas are going, grinding, coming out with merchandise, non-stop, shirts, everything. And I'm like, hey, nothing but love and respect all the time. Ever since I met Gato, I've been like 100% respect for what you guys do, because I just respect the work ethic, you know, period. Point blank, grinding. Like, what we're doing here, we're grinding, there ain't no stop. And so, and if you work like that and you're local and you got respect for people, show respect, show love for people, and then I fuck with you, period. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how does it feel to be a gatekeeper of the Southwest region, the New Mexico region, along with Palamora? Like, how does it feel to be, you know, carrying the motherfucking flag? Because y'all niggas are carrying the flag.
Yeah, well, I do say in the Ones, I say I carry the torch, and that's just, you know, a bar. But Marco, he always tries to, like, tell me, bro, you're famous where you're from. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he knows whenever we go there. And I just try to definitely distance myself from those ideas, because niggas start thinking they famous, and, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. We out here, I don't got it, I'm out here trying to get it. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. We're grinding, and then I was talking to Adrian about it yesterday. Like, I'm never going to be at a point where I'm going to be like, oh, we got this amount. when you're passionate about something, you're just gonna keep investing. The way New Mexicated is growing, you're gonna keep Palamora is growing. You're gonna keep putting. None of this shit is for me. It's like everything we get money from a show. It's all going back into the music. We got all new sweaters, new gear, new merch, more recording equipment. But how can we improve? And that's what it is. You know what I mean? So as a gatekeeper, I don't like to think of myself as famous or a gatekeeper or anything like that. I just like, you know, show love whenever I fuck with a nigga. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, you know, I feel like nobody gotta make room for me, and I don't have to make room for me. If you grind, you work, can't nobody tell you shit. You're gonna fucking get in where you fit in, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, man. You're definitely a hard worker, man.
Thank you.
Definitely have a really, really strong work ethic and creative mind, and I respect you as a man and an artist. I'm glad that you took the time to come out. Something that you said about Beacon Hill, Palamora, that just goes back to steel sharpening steel. You know, the bigger your platforms become, the bigger you will be as an artist, because you already have those tools, you know?
Yeah.
So steel definitely sharpening steel, and hey, the more you do, the more it brings back to them as well. So I'm very excited to see what you got going on at Beacon Hill recording, and you know, the product y'all have with Palamora. Definitely looking forward to that. We talked earlier as well off cam, man. Said that you played football. Did you come to New Mexico State on football?
No, I went to New Mexico State, but it was like a early childhood development scholarship I got.
But you are a football fan, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Who's your team, man?
The Bucks.
The Bucks, Tampa Bay?
I picked them young. I never switched, so one day we'll be back in prosperity. But for now, we about to see what happens in the Super Bowl.
Okay, so this year, right now, as of now, when this shit is being recorded, we got the motherfucking Rams going to the Super Bowl, and we got Patriots and the Chiefs in the AFC conference. Can we get a Super Bowl prediction?
I think the Chiefs are gonna go and win. I want the Chiefs to go and win, but if Tom Brady won another ring, I wouldn't be disappointed, because, like I was telling you off camera earlier, you know, greatness is like gonna be able to say, I watched him win 6 rings. You know what I mean? I didn't get to watch, like I said earlier, I didn't really get to watch Mike win his rings. The tail end, you know what I mean? I got to see him playing the Jazz and stuff like that at the very end of his career, but I didn't get to watch the whole thing. Tom Brady, I got to watch the whole thing, so I'm like, you know. But if Pat Mahomes, that's who I want to win. And he's out here balling, and they're grinding, they're young. He got some more time to win if he don't win this year, you know what I mean? So they'll be back.
I'm a Vegas nigga, man. I need the point spread, man.
Yeah, the
Who
point
gonna
spread.
win, man? Who gonna do what, man?
Chiefs, Rams. If I'm betting, I wouldn't give you 3 points, Chiefs, Rams. So I mean, you could have 2 points, and I pick the Chiefs.
Okay. Y'all hear that? All my niggas back home, y'all hear that? Chiefs by 2. All right, bet. Okay, so we closing out another episode of the New Mexicated Smoke Sessions series. This was a good convo, good interview. Very talented individual right here, Keem. Man, closing out, you got any last words?
Just check for us, you know what I mean? We like, check for us, we coming, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I want to say. I don't even like to talk, like, you know what I mean? Like, give a speech or nothing, just be, you know, we're coming, we're gonna keep coming, that's all I gotta say.
Okay, and where can we reach you at on social media and whatnot?
Everything is at Akeem, go hard. Everything, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. Well, my YouTube videos, all my popping ones are on Palamora's page, but
shit's popping.
Everything else, all the socials at Akeem, go hard.
Okay. And then we got the ones on all.
Oh yeah, make sure, my bad. Definitely go check out the ones on Spotify or whatever you got. Check for it. It's available everywhere.
It's a really good album.
Thank you.
Yo, man, like I said, man, I do a little bit of research with the artists, and we're going to close out with that. I do a little bit of research. I fuck with the artists, you know, that come in here. But you got a very unique style, man. Very unique ass style. You definitely putting on for New Mexico, which is the land of enchantment. You got an enchanting style, a very mystic flow and content about yourself, man. Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, thank you for the platform again.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Southwest, New Mexico, Albuquerque, Alamogordo, TRC. We see all y'all, 575-505. If you want to get interviewed by me in the New Mexicated Smoke Session series, hit up my nigga El Gato or hit up DJ Sauna. We out here. Shout out to the Fast Life Music family. Shout out to New Mexicated. A special shout out to Palamora Productions. And we out here, man.
And I had them strippers.
So we about to film. I'm about to get back in it. Okay. What the fuck? Yo, what is you doing, nigga? What is you doing, nigga? What? Yo, get this nigga out of here.
Right.
Fire this nigga. Yo, fire this nigga.